NBA Finals, how LeBron James, Anthony Davis and the Lakers are smothering opponents. Before the Los Angeles Lakers' first official training camp practice, Frank Vogel and his staff gathered the team in their film room for a PowerPoint presentation on what their defense would look like. Vogel wanted them to be the league's most physical team, echoes of the smashmouth basketball vision that guided his Indiana Pacers teams. Every opponent shot was an invitation to hit someone in the rebounding scrum. He wanted us to legally, cleanly, smash people, Dudley recalled to ESPN. There would be no switching out of convenience, no lawless switching, as Vogel terms it. Vogel told the team he did not want to invert its defense to have big men switching onto guards. The Lakers were huge, with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and JaVale McGee. They would not waste that size 30 feet from the rim unless an ace shooter required it. Even then, switching would not be the first choice. The Golden State Warriors made it seem like everyone had to switch, Danny Green told ESPN. But there are still a lot of teams playing the kind of basketball where you don't need to. Vogel concluded with a metaphor: anyone who has built a house knows you start with a blueprint, and make minor tweaks along the way. He had outlined the blueprint. He hoped players would help with tweaks. The Lakers and Rob Pelinka, their GM and vice president of basketball operations, had stocked the roster around LeBron and Davis with proud veterans boasting 12 combined all-defensive teams. Tavius Caldwell-Pope had a good track record. Alex Caruso had emerged as a plus. In doing intel, the Lakers learned opponents of Vogel's Indiana teams had been impressed by his defensive adjustments. The foundation was there. The Lakers and Vogel also understood none of it would matter without buy-in from LeBron. Vogel was determined to demand it. Vogel was perhaps the team's third choice as head coach. When the Lakers added Jason Kidd to Vogel's staff, you could understand why skeptics wondered about Vogel's grip on the job. But Vogel had the security of a long-term contract. He's also secure in himself. He had long ago shed whatever imposter syndrome a former Division III player and video room grunt might feel upon ascending to the pinnacle of coaching. What did he have to lose? He would coach the Lakers his way. I wanted to lead this team the way I led my past teams, regardless of the stature of any player, Vogel said. I coach and evaluate plays. It doesn't matter what name is on the back of the jersey. If there's a mistake, it is corrected across the board. When they hit the practice floor after that first film room meeting, it was clear the players were willing. There were hard collisions, including one between LeBron and Caruso. Players dove for loose balls. Bradley picked up full court. When you see all that, no one wants to be the weak link, Dudley said. LeBron was battling as hard as anyone. In his second stint in Cleveland and first year in LA, LeBron reserved peak effort on defense for big moments. It was understandable given his age, his career minutes, and the Cavs' ability to cruise through the Eastern Conference playoffs regardless of seeding. It was clear right away he had recalibrated his approach to this season. People within and around the Lakers have lots of theories as to why. Perhaps the long layoff after the first extended injury of LeBron's career refreshed his body and revived his hunger. He heard the noise about how other superstars had passed him. LeBron finished third in ESPN's annual NBA rank behind Kawhi Leonard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. LeBron sensed that those anointing usurpers were zeroing in on his defense to prove their case. As a competitor at LeBron's level, it matters to you when there is a sentiment that there was a lack of effort on either side of the ball, said Rich Paul, LeBron's agent and CEO of Clutch Sports Group. And given all he's accomplished, the willingness and motivation to come into this year with that mindset and then actually do it shows a lot about his character and respect for the game. Davis played a role on multiple levels. Teammates were taken aback at first to hear Davis pointing out LeBron's mistakes and practices, urging him to get it right next time. There were a couple of instances when they had a little back and forth. Vogel said, "That's in you. Don't try to deflect. That's your rotation," and LeBron would accept it. Davis and James are friends, and share an agent, Paul. They came with the expectation of holding each other accountable.